Hello, welcome back to another vlog. I know I have been gone for a little over a month, but I hope to be back now. Just things have been going on, from birthdays to me working from home with 2 kids. It's just been difficult for me to try and find the balance with this newer job and taking care of 2 little ones. But it has now been a little over 3 months that I've been at the new job, and I just wanted to give you guys a little update and vlog today. So I decided to pick up the camera and let's try and get some footage today. Okay, so quick update with work. So I have been working at this new company for a little over 3 months now, and I'm starting to get into the swing of things as far as processes, how systems work. The workload is still kind of heavy, and as I mentioned before in previous videos, they are using an 0-point system, so there's a lot of rework and a lot of extra steps that have to be taken that necessarily aren't necessary, but because we're using this old system, it's necessary to get the job done. So I am getting very familiar with that. They have me training this new underwriter. She's a contract underwriter, and she'll probably be on contract for about 6 to 9 months. She may be permanent at the end, not sure. But when she first told me that I was going to be training someone new, I was like, what? How am I training someone new and I'm still training and still trying to learn these systems while working from home? You know, it was just a lot. It was a lot. And my work was getting a little bit backed up, and I was training with this new underwriter literally all day, answering questions, which was fine because I was new at once. But one thing that I can say is that it did give me a little bit of responsibility while I was training. When I was hired, I was taking a lot of good notes, a lot of good screenshots, and I condensed it all into a OneNote document that I presented to my supervisor and a senior underwriter, and they were very impressed, and they put it in the company drive that other people can access it. So when this new underwriter came on, they asked me to help train what I was just trained on, and I was able to give that document as well as help with other things. And I will say, while training this new underwriter, it did kind of help me retain a lot of the information and just kind of gave me some confidence in that I knew what I was doing. So a few good things. We had I did not expect to get any type of raise because I was hired in December. It is now March, going towards the end of March. So of course, people who have been working with the company last year, when it was time for year reviews, of course, you can expect them to get some type of maybe monetary, increase, bonus, whatever. So when I was hired, I did agree to a certain bonus percentage, and I'll be candid about it. It was a little 3% bonus, and I'm like, okay, well, let me just get in, and I can work my way up based on whatever metrics, things of that nature. Not necessarily that there's a lot of metrics. Of course, there's guidelines you have to follow, but I'm not like scored on certain metrics. However, thankfully, I did not expect it, but I did get a salary increase. And I was like, what? I got a salary increase, and not only did I get a salary increase, my bonus went from 3% now to 10%. So I was so excited and shocked to see that when I had my review with my supervisor. She just really kind of reiterated how she was so excited for me to be working with the company and how I'm just a great fit, and she sees great things for me in the future, and she's hope I'm with the company for years and years and years to come. So that made me really happy because, when you're new somewhere, you're like, oh my goodness, how am I doing? Am I doing all right? I was doing the best that I could, but it felt good to hear from my direct supervisor that I'm doing great. And also, it's always good when you can be making more money. So that made me so excited. So things are going good. I'm still training here and there, really just being available when this new underwriter needs questions answered. She's a really nice lady. I think we're going to get along very well. And so I'm very excited that we have help and have another underwriter, and hopefully she does become permanent. So that is my update. It is 8:49 a.m. I need to start getting to work. I already have, I think, yep, the new underwriter has already reached out to me asking me a question. Yeah, so let me get to work. Today, our underwriting topic, I think we are going to try and underwrite a workers' comp policy today, guys. So I'm going to take you guys through that. Hopefully, I'm trying to get a lot done for the kids wake up, but I know they're about to wake up. And my husband is about to come back home from a doctor's appointment, so hopefully he can keep them in the back for a little bit before he has to go to work later. And if he can, we're going to go through how I write or how I underwrite a workers' comp policy, okay? So let me get to work. Let me get some stuff done before they wake up, because when they wake up, y'all, it's over. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How about you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. It's a Monday.
I know, Mallory. I was like, oh, here we go.
Okay, guys. So, quick break from work. I want to show you guys my work bag that came in yesterday from Amazon. And I still have these on it because I don't want to take it off until I actually go back into the office. We are going back into the office in 2 weeks. So, the first week of April. I'm on a hybrid schedule, so I work Monday and Friday from home, and I'll be working 3 days in the office, so Tuesday through Thursday. And I needed me a new work bag, y'all, and I wanted something nice and classy and sturdy and not too expensive. So this is how it looks, and it's in the color black. Very sturdy. It looks very classy and nice quality. And I only paid like $32 for it, y'all. I had a coupon on Amazon and some other stuff. The inside is like this pretty brown chocolate color. My daughter's up now, so that's what you hear, and my husband. But it's so cute. I have my laptop cushion in here. It's so cute. I'm so excited about it. So I just wanted to show you guys. I think I'm going to do a what's in my bag. No, but I'm gonna do a what's in my bag going back into the office here soon, so stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to show you guys this bag. It's so nice. It comes in so many different colors, but I chose black because black goes with everything. So back to work I go.
To Mallory's status. Hi, Mallory.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Mallory.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's showing Mallory. Okay, now it's showing Mark. It's still not showing me busy. So I don't know. I don't know what it is, the deal is. And I'm not sure whether Chad is joining us this morning or not. So, okay, so I guess we can just take turns. Mallory, do you have anything this morning that you'd like to talk about?
I don't right off the bat have anything. I'm working on just renewals really right now for April, and a little. I've gotten a few requests from agents for May, but I know with Alabama you told us not to do anything with those yet, so I'm being mindful of that. So yeah, I don't really have anything right now that I can think of.
Okay. Well, that's kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, yes, wait. I am still waiting. If you did receive a response, I guess you didn't CC me on it, but the last email you sent to Brandy about that Georgia consent to rate policy, where I believe her name is Saley, was asking us for like the rate percentage, and you responded back letting them know we never had to do that in the past. I don't know if you've heard anything back from that, if I can just release that from my task or not. Does that ring a bell? No?
Yes, it does. Was that, what Brandy said was she just took one premium, divided it by the other, and came up with the percentage.
Okay.
If we're charging extra, it'll be like 1.0 something, and if we're charging less, it'll be 0 point whatever.
Okay.
So she must not have CC'd you on those response. I'm sorry.
That's
That's
okay.
what she said to do.
Hey, yay.
Okay, count out 6.
Okay, Mom. Mom, I want 11.
11? Oh, you ain't about to eat 11. So do 6. Count out 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Good job. All right. And Mommy's gonna make her some oatmeal.
I want to cook oatmeal with you.
Okay, we'll see. Let's see that.
Put those in the oven.
Okay, so my baby is awake now. Good morning. She turned 8 months yesterday, so she's awake now. I'm going to feed her. I just fed my husband. Everybody's fine. So after I feed her, we are going to walk through how I would underwrite a workers' comp policy. So if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you so much. Please hit that like button. And when me and Pow Pow are done, we will underwrite a workers' comp policy. Say hi. Hi. No? Okay, so I thought we were going to underwrite a workers' comp application, but the application that I got in was for a state that we do not write in, which is Ohio. So we will be underwriting a commercial general liability policy, which may be a little bit more interesting because you guys will see kind of what I need to do to see if we can insure it. Now, this will be, or the location that we're going to be underwriting is in South Carolina. So this is what we would consider one of our coastal states. So there's a few more steps that we need to take, possibly using Google Earth, measuring the distance from the coast, if this location is even close to the coast. So this may be a little bit more interesting than workers' comp, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to try and explain this the best way that I can without showing too much. So for the purposes of the application that I will be reviewing, I'm going to use different names. So what I can say is that I'm going to be underwriting an ultrasound center, but for the sake of me underwriting and just kind of showing you guys my steps to step, I'm just going to pretend that this is a pediatric center. So I say that to say one of the first steps that I take or do when I receive a application is that I confirm the business name and the legal entity. So to do that, you would go to the state's website, so the Secretary of State website, and you would just confirm it. So like I mentioned, we're going to use a pediatric business just for the purposes of privacy and of this information. And I know that I'm sure that there are several businesses with the name pediatric in it. So we're just going to choose one just so I can show you guys how. So the first thing that I would do, the state that we're doing is South Carolina. So simply I would just type in South Carolina business search, which I've done this several times. And we see that the state site comes up. Every state, at least that I'm aware of, has this information out there and available for public search. So this is nothing that's private or new. You can search a business name and legal entity. So I'm going to change this to contain. So the name is going to contain, let's just say pediatric. And I'm going to hit enter. So as we can see, it comes up with a list of names that have pediatric in it. So I'm just going to choose one. Let's choose this all children's pediatric PC. Okay. So when we choose that, we see that it's still active and good standing, and we see the date, right? So if my application were to come in and it said all children's pediatrics, but without the PC, and on the application they stated that it was a corporation, I would, assume, or just depending on some other information, that this is correct, and I would correct my system to show the actual legal name and the business entity. So we can see that this is a corporation. We want to make sure that the business name and legal entity is correct, of course, for claim purposes down the line, if they do decide to bind after we offer a quote, or for even just legal reasons, if for whatever reason they were to get sued or whatnot, or try to subrogate through claims. We want to make sure that we have them listed correctly. So that's the first thing that we do, is we confirm, we upload a copy of this into the file, and then we move on. So the next step would be to review our application. And again, just for the sake of privacy, I'm just going to tell you guys what we're looking at. So this is going to be a general liability policy, just for our standard 1 million, 3 million. So 1 million occurrence, 3 million aggregate. That's what we offer on our general liabilities as a standard. And we're going to be basing our rate or exposure off the size of the location. So now I need to find my location and grab a picture. So to do that, you can just Google. I typically Google, and then I go whatever Google gives me. Hopefully they give me a LoopNet, because if they give me a LoopNet, it comes with more information as far as square footage, year built, things of that nature. That stuff is usually on the application anyway, but just for giggles, we'll do that. I am going to type in the address, but I probably will blot it out, and you guys will just be able to see the picture. Okay, so I have typed my address in. I hope you guys can see pretty good. And usually there is a picture of a street view. So I'm going to click on the street view here. Okay, so I clicked on the street view, and I can see this is my building right here. Okay, so you can zoom in, zoom out. We just like to keep a picture on file, just of course to know what the building looks like. And then two, based on the year that this picture was taken, and you can normally tell by the information from Google up in the corner, you can see the surrounding area. You can see if there are any buildings next to it, depending on what type of buildings are next to it, what type of businesses, things of that nature. You want to take all of that into consideration. So this is, like, again, like I mentioned, I work for a company where we strictly underwrite medical professions, so doctors' offices, surgeons, hospitals, things of that nature. Looks like a nice clean-cut area. Okay, it looks like a nicer, newer building. And so to get more of a closer look at that, of course, you can zoom around, but they do have a loop net. So I'm going to open up the loop net. And as I can see here, I have some really good, clear pictures. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in my file. As I mentioned before, here it will show some of the building details, so square footage, how many stories, the year built, things of that nature, which again should be on the application, but if not, I can pull the information from here. So let me go ahead and put this in my file. Okay, so I have confirmed that the county for this property is in Greenville County, which is inland. It's not near the coast, so we don't need to take extra steps. However, I think it's pretty cool when it is near the coast because I actually like to do this. So I'm just gonna pick like an area in Charleston, South Carolina, and show you guys kind of what we do in order to see how far something is from the coast. So we have Google Earth here, and this is actually Google Earth Pro, and I'm going to use Google Earth on the web because I haven't had it downloaded on my computer yet. And hopefully it works right because this is actually pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to go into my history off of one of the ones that I've done already. We're going to do this address here. And so it'll take you directly to the building, the location, the site, which is pretty cool. And I see it's here, so I'm going to click it to stop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this ruler. And I've got my distance I want to measure in miles. Okay. And so my starting point is the building. All right, then I'm gonna zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Okay, I see there's some water area here. Zoom out some more. Okay, there's the coast, and it shows me it's about 5.19 miles to the coast. It's about 2.19 miles to kind of a bigger body of water. I think this is, what is this? Is this a river? Okay, it's a river. So that's pretty close, okay? So when it's close like that, usually it depends on your carrier's guidelines, but I know for mine, depending on what they're requiring or requesting, if they want like building coverage, this will probably be a no. But if they were wanting just contents coverage, just BPP, so contents coverage, and it was, you know, less than 5 miles from the coast, and it was construction other than frame, then what we would typically do is just add a 5% wind and hail deductible. If it were frame, then we would just decline it. We're not willing to take that risk. So yeah, that is pretty cool. I like that I can do that. I like that I can search and it'll take me directly to an area, to a spot. So this is really handy and really good, a really good tool and resource to use. But we're not doing BOP, we're doing CGL or commercial general liability, but I just wanted to show you guys that. Okay, so now that I have all that information, I can pretty much continue underwriting. So now I just review the application, I quote it, and I send the proposal off to the agent. So this is a really quick, clear-cut type of policy, quick to do. They're only wanting 1 million, 3 million in liability. It's a very clean-cut, easy policy. So that was pretty quick. I wish I had a workers' comp to do, but we'll do that some other time. I just wanted to show you guys a few steps of what I take and what I'm looking for. Last week we had a liability policy, and it was for, I believe it was for like a ortho center, the sports medicine and ortho center. They had several locations, and one of their locations was actually in like a strip mall, and right next to it was a liquor store. And so something like that would kind of create a red flag. because when it comes to general liability, of course, it's for the liability on your premises. So with the liquor store being right next door, you know, who knows what possibilities could happen. I'm not trying to put a bad stigma on liquor stores, but for someone or for a company, that's kind of important to think about. And then also, when you look at pictures of the property, what other buildings are around? Do you see vandalism anywhere on the buildings? Does the area look a little, you know, sketchy, or is there like a lot of traffic? It just a lot of different things that you look into. As you can see, the picture that I just showed you here, nothing really around. Looks like a nicer, newer building. It's in the other buildings around it are medical offices. So this was a really quick and easy one. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish getting this quote completed and sent out to the agent, and I'm going to do probably just a little bit more work. It's 3 o'clock now, and I'm off at 4:35. I mean, I've been working a little bit more, but I may stop at 4 today. And yeah, so today's been going pretty good for a Monday. I think I mentioned it earlier in this video, but we will be going back to the office the first week of April. So this week and next week will be my last weeks working from home, Monday through Friday. When I go back into the office, I'll be working Tuesdays through Thursday in the office, and then Mondays and Fridays at home. So I'm kind of excited to take you guys into the office with me so you can see how office life is. We have kind of like a hotel setup as far as our desk. We don't have permanent desk every day. We have to go in this app and select where we want to sit. So our company has like, I think 3 floors. So we can choose to sit like on the 10th and 11th floor. But I know I'm going to be sitting next to the young lady that I am helping to train. And I'm sure she'll be okay with me filming. I won't film her. I won't film anybody. You know what I mean? But I just want you guys to get the glimpse of like my office life, kind of some of the perks. It's so crazy. I mean, I really don't drink, but on Fridays they have happy hour. Like last Friday they had karaoke, where I wish I would have just done it, because they had cash prizes where 3 people could win, and the prizes were $500, $300, $200. And if you were in the office, you could participate in the happy hour during karaoke. And they were given, you know, there were beers and vodka spritzers, and what else did they have? Something else. Was it wine coolers or something? I forgot what they had, but they basically serve alcohol on Fridays. I've never been in a company that has done that before, so that will be interesting. But I'm excited to get into the office, to meet people, just to have that kind of social interaction again. But then I'm also glad that I will still be able to work from home twice a week, and what better day than Monday and Friday to do that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. It was super sweet, straight to the point. Not a lot going on, but I did want to get some footage out there because I have been gone for a little over a month, but prayerfully I am back. I will be doing a what's in my work bag video once I get all my stuff situated and together for that. As you guys can see, such a nice bag. I don't know why things like that make me happy, but it does. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, morning, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys in another video.